Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here on time and staying a little longer on a day right before your break. I'm going to jump right in. All right. Okay, orders. I apologize that there changed to the password. There were a few of you that weren't able to get in your order because school specialty, basically they are updating their system and made some changes. And so now when you sign in, it'll ask you for your email. And so when you are creating that order, please save your cart and it'll make it a lot easier for Tuesday and Ashley to put that order in when we get it approved. So those of you who didn't get that order in, please do so by next Thursday. We're giving you a couple extra days since we had those technical issues. And we'll do our best to process them as soon as possible. It is taking kind of a long time for us to get back things through teaching and learning. Sometimes it's a couple days, sometimes we've had up to like 3 weeks where we're just waiting on them to approve it. So, but we are trying to process them as quickly as possible. All right, receiving. We learned that if we do not receive on your orders in Munis, our vendors do not get paid. And so what we need you to do is enter your packing slips. And I think there's been some issues because people are taking their packing slips and they're doing like a PDF of each one. If you will put those into your copier and then scan them, you can actually have them emailed to yourself, but it'll just be one file if you put it in that way, where you just stick it on there, press that button for it to scan, and you can select the destination. And then it can be entered on the form. If you're still having trouble with that, after you've entered it in the form, email Ashley with that, and she can try to get it in. But do your best to try to keep it in that one file. It just makes it easier for us to look at. All right, missing items. If you are missing items from your order, please contact Tony Browning. He is who handles that part. There are some things that were discontinued. So if there's something like that, he'll let you know like how much that is, and you can then submit an order for whatever those missing items are. But we will need those item numbers of your missing things on the form for receiving so that Ashley can put that in Munis as well. And that we make sure we pay them for the appropriate things. All right, the Hispanic Heritage Show. Thank you so much for your entries. Ashley said we had over 100 entries, so probably our biggest turnout yet, so we appreciate that. When you're entering those artworks though for these optional shows, please don't make a copy of the Google files that Ashley has created, because then she has to like merge them all together. If you'd like a copy afterwards, contact her and she can find a way to like change your permissions to be able to do that. But I think there ended up like with more than 3 files of the same thing, and then it was confusing for people who then got on later. So just keep it as one. And Ashley will be working on your certificates to get to your kids, and we'll send those to the inner office mail for each of them who participated. And that is now up on our website that you can send out to parents. And I'm going to be putting it on our social media as well. All right, our next show, it's another optional one that is virtual, is our Native American Heritage show. And those images are due in the Google slide on October 25th. Again, don't make copies of the file, just enter your artworks into that one file that Ashley created. I did link a document that we've put out several years now about like the do's and don'ts of teaching about Native American heritage. There's some things that I didn't know that were offensive that we don't want to mistakenly cause disrespect to our Native American students or those who may feel so, and especially not with our show. So please read that. it is in the shared drive under additional information as well, but you can also get to this link. And the whole slideshow, again, is in the shared drive under our department Zoom meetings. All right. So what would renovated auditoriums, rehearsal spaces, and or classrooms mean to you? So Chris Walk is collecting 30-second to a minute and a half videos answering the above question. We're trying to get support for the bond that will help us to get renovations done. So if you would like to submit a video, I put a link here, and I'll also put that in our beat next week. But Chris said as long as you can get them in by the end of the month, that would be appreciated. But we want to try to garnish as much support as possible for getting better facilities. Because I know some of you don't even have a sink right now, and I want to make that happen. All right, so that is all we have for you. So if you have questions, please stay on. And if not, have a great break. If you are needing in-person flex, we are having a course tomorrow from noon to 3 here on design thinking. We have 3 UNT professors coming out, and there's still some space if you'd like to join us. But if you're all done with flex, enjoy your extra 2 days off, and I will see you next time.
Bye, thank you.
Hi, thanks. All right, questions, anyone?
I have a question.
Yes.
So I saw that Fort Worth ISD was giving a $500 incentive for vaccinated employees.
Yes.
And what do the non-vaccinated get?
Are you asking if you aren't vaccinated, what do they give you?
Yes.
Everyone gets $1,000 as a stipend. So that's what you get, regardless of your vaccination status.
And what's the $500?
If you get vaccinated, you get an extra $500.
Is that part of that bond?
I think it's part of ESSER.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out how that's not medically discriminatory to people who cannot get vaccines.
If you have a medical reason, I would take that to human resources, but I'm not sure what they're doing with that. But I know that there are some people who have like an egg allergy where you can't get a vaccine.
Yeah,
so
like dead baby allergies too.
Yeah, so I would talk to human resource or human capital management, but
okay,
we don't have any information on that.
But they're not in office though, right?
No, I
working from home.
I thought they were. No, I think everyone's working on campus now. I don't think there's anyone
working
from home. Yeah.
Okay. The last time I had heard they were at home, still working from home.
Yeah.
So.
No, I would I would do your message through Let's Talk, because they seem to respond. You can get to it through the Fort Worth ISD website. It tracks how fast they respond to you, and so they try to keep those response times lower. So I would go through them before I call because they don't always answer.
All right, thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. Okay, other questions?
I had another school message me that there is, I think it was Meacham or Monty, that they had an extra kiln that they wanted moved. So that's so just trying to figure out what the best way. I put that one that's at Clifford Davis on the give and take, and I haven't gotten any information yet. So there's an extra one at, I have to look at the slideshow. There's an extra one that can go there, or the Excel sheet that can go there, but then they're saying that there's another one.
Okay.
And nobody else has told me that they have room or space for a kiln. But
Yeah.
I guess it would be one thing to video, like, some classrooms have kiln rooms and others have, a regular classroom and no.
Right. Definitely. We had to put together a spreadsheet of like which ones had that, which ones had water. And we have a lot of kilns that are in classrooms, which isn't ideal. But
Yeah, that's where mine is. That's where a lot of them that I'm
right.
seeing.
But I know there's one more kiln. I have to remember, I have to look at the email that another elementary teacher or principal called and was like, oh, we have this here. So, but unfortunately the warehouse right now is like, they're closing a warehouse and like moving. And so getting things moved right now, it's just not happening. So
Yeah.
that part's been a
Well, and it
struggle.
was, like I said, the ones that I've moved, like I went and moved them myself because it was gonna, like, they were gonna charge overtime to have anybody move it. So it was gonna be more to move a kiln than to actually put the wiring in.
Yeah. Okay. And I don't have an easy fix on those things too. And then also, what do we do with some of these kilns while we wait for like another one to break?
Yeah, because like I think, I don't know, she has a lot of stuff in that room, but I'm doing the Saturday class at Clifford Davis. So I haven't been able to like test it or anything, but without making it go up to temp, or I don't have like an external parameter to check and see, it seems like it should work, but it's just, you have to have somebody that's comfortable doing a kiln setter.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think just keep a list, and as things break, then we'll go from there.
Okay.
Thank you for all your help with that.
No,
Appreciate
that's
that.
all right.
You're amazing.
Okay, and I'll just, so you said, I just read the last email as I was logging in. Just take a screenshot of that email and send it to you.
Send it through the VPA drive,
Yeah.
because they even if we put it in order, we have to put it through the VPA drive as well. So they want everything through that. So, but I think that is her quote, is that email response.
Yeah, because
I don't know why she didn't put it as a quote form, but
yeah, it's like, can I get an invoice so I can get a PO? She's like, well, PO is not the best way to do it. It's like, but that's how we have to do it.
yeah,
It's like, I know it's not the best way. I know it's a pain, but that's,
yeah,
I mean, aside from me going down and spending my personal money on it, that's the only way we can do it.
right. And I don't have a credit card this year either. Like in the past, like, well, when Beverly had one, she had like a $5,000 credit card. And so I can't even like go and do like little things anymore because they took that away. But
all right, I'll go ahead and put that in then.
all right, well,
I
thanks.
was just wondering, because that was the last one that I had, was like, oh, we have an extra kiln here. I was like, that's great. We don't have places to put them.
Yeah.
I have a question about the kiln.
Yes.
So are they, I don't know what the situation is for kilns in portable buildings. No, right?
Yeah, I would think no.
Yeah,
But there might be another space in your building that they could put it. So you just have to work with your campus administration to see where you could have it put.
I
You know how
feel like
difficult to move.
glass kiln in the portable.
Oh, someone
Like the
have
little,
one?
are you talking about the little one you have at your house, like that? Or are you talking about like the big round kilns?
I'm trying to remember what his kiln looks like, but I know he has a glass kiln and I know he's in a portable, unless the kiln's actually at Yolanda's school and he fires it there.
Okay, I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't either. But everything I've heard is no kilns and portables.
Okay.
Okay, I just log in and probably I miss a lot.
You logged into what?
I just log in. I had a first grade duty, so I just
Oh, okay. Well, we have it recorded, so I'll just have it up by tomorrow and you can just.
Okay. So tomorrow is at Terrell?
Yes, tomorrow is at Terrell for those of you who signed up for the training. I am excited. We have 3 UNT professors coming out teaching us about this design thinking, which is kind of a new course that they're teaching. My son, who's a freshman in college, he's taking it and really enjoys it. So I'm excited to find out what it's all about. But I think there were still a few spots open if you want to add that. I know.
Okay, so should I register at the Stripe at the Euphoria? Okay.
Yeah, at Euphoria.
All right. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
So for the flex class, where do I turn in? Since I haven't done anything in person in forever, where do I turn in? I just had people write their names.
Um,
That was paperwork I
you'll,
turn in, sign in.
yeah, just send that to me.
Just email
And
it.
yeah, I'll put it on my list of stuff, update. Those are a little bit easier to update because I can just go in and click the attendance on there. But like I said, if you go to your campus copier, you can even put in my email address and it'll send it right to me. But
All right.
yeah, either way, or a screenshot if you want to take a picture, just so that we can have it for our records.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have one person that kind of left early. I put it somewhere where I wouldn't lose it, and now it's lost. Oh no, I put it in my sketchbook. Okay. Yeah, so just put a note next to left early.
Yeah.
Like
How
within-
early are you talking about?
Like within the first hour.
Oh, but yeah, we can't give credit for that. So
Yeah, like we got the clay out and he was like, yeah, I'm just not feeling this today.
yeah, I would probably mark that as just absent.
Yeah.
So,
Like, okay.
Have a
I
good
mean,
evening.
maybe-
Yeah.
geez. All right.
I was like, the thing said it was going to be open-ended. I don't, like, if you want me to do a guided lesson, I'll do a guided lesson with you, but otherwise, like when everybody did the survey, most of them have taught as long as I had that signed up. So I'm like, I'm not going to sit and do a guided lesson with people that have taught me things.
Yeah. And if you create the class, you get to run the
Yeah.
class. So,
Right.
Yeah. Okay. I'll go ahead and scan that in.
Okay.
I'll just keep up with whatever gets sent to me.
all right. Thanks, Shelley.
Okay. I'll see you later.
Christine, did you have a question?
She's asking right now about the slips, the shipping, like where to upload them, and she also about like how she knows how much money she has left because David Arona put her stuff in.
So she can look at the what's it called? The place on where you can check the status of your order. She can see the order there. And so she'll just have to subtract that amount from her
Yeah.
budget.
That's right. That's right.
Because we don't have like a running, that's something that when we get a secretary, we'll charge them to do. But here, let me stop this one. So